we're very similar in the way that we think we should raise our kids. We don't have too much disagreement at all. Here, raising children is much more of an independent process where it's all done within your own family unit.
像这个跨国婚姻的时候，你们在育儿方面出现过什么很大的分歧吗？
To be honest, we're very similar in the way that we think we should raise our kids. We don't have too much disagreement at all, and there's not too much compromise that we need to make with each other. Growing up, my parents always valued an education. My dad grew up in a very poor household, and it was because of education that he became successful and got a good job and was able to give us a better life. So, and very similar for my mum. So they've always valued the importance of an education for creating a better future and more opportunities for the kids. So I guess in that sense, quite similar to Casey and maybe the traditional Chinese view of education. So we've never really pushed our kids to excelling above what would be required for their age. So if they're in grade 3, we're not pushing them to be doing year 4 or year 5 or trying to get things done early. We just want to make sure that they're very comfortable at the age level they are and that, you know, they're just at least above average and have no issues. And later on as they get older and they can study more on their own and focus easier, and then maybe put some more emphasis on it. But at this stage, just make sure they're going along fine and not too much pressure.
我是代表很多中国妈妈的这种看法，看到了很多就是澳洲父母对孩子的这种态度都比较佛系，中国家长对孩子要求很多比较严格啊，特别是在学术上，要求他们会做很多或者提前做一些比较难的这种题啊什么的。我觉得很 lucky， 你们家庭里没有这样的 conflict。
Because I guess I'm probably more pro-study than a lot of locals would be, and Casey's more relaxed than maybe a lot of Chinese would be, and we pretty well meet in the middle. There's a few reasons. I think it's the family dynamic. In China, you have a lot more grandparents that are involved in helping to raise the kids, so you can have the time to help spend with the kid and focus on education. But over here, raising children is much more of an independent process where it's all done within your own family unit. Like my parents help out a lot, but it's still culturally quite different. So a lot of locals, they're both working full time. They can't spend hours with their children every day focusing on education. And even if they could, I still don't think they would, because we all grew up having a lot of playtime, playing with kids in the neighborhood, and we value enjoyment as part of our way of life.
对于儿子跟女儿来说，你们有没有什么不同的期望呢？在学习上，你们还有一个小儿子叫 Oliver， 对吧
？Yes, I have a son Oliver. He's 2 years younger than my daughter Jade. I don't know that we probably do have slightly different views about how we would raise them. I don't know that it's because necessarily one's a boy, one's a girl, but Oliver, he's more inclined to study. To ask Jade to sit down and focus on study for an hour is very difficult, but to ask my son to do it, that's fine for him. And if you tell him you do this, then you get to do this. He is very motivated and he can go do it. He also doesn't have as many hobbies as Jade does. He's just a lot more straightforward. So I think for him, as he gets older, we probably put a stronger emphasis on study than we would compared with Jade, but I think that's more related to their personalities than anything else.
对的。You know Liu Wen, a very famous model in China. Liu Wen.
Yeah.
The first time Liu Wen start to catwalk is in her teenagers, you know.
Okay.
I think Jade has a bright future. Yeah.
这里是澳洲120万华人的真实大白话，欢迎点赞、关注加收藏哦。